so I can get the audio on that.
Okay.
I just have a few other questions I want to ask kind of as kind of exit questions.
Sure.
So, how do you think that the photos with text get into the app?
I think you mentioned, or somehow I learned that it takes it in from the Photos app. So yeah, I think that I think they just ended the app or imported or something.
Okay. When you start the app, the way this demonstration was, it opened up and showed you photos that were already listed, the photos that were already in the app, and then allowed you to click import to bring in new ones.
Sure.
Do you think that's the way it ought to work, or do you think it ought to immediately upon starting go look for any new photos?
I rather, in one way, I'd like it to allow me to import the photos that I wanted to, so it doesn't take up too much space or duplicate information or something. But on the other hand, if I want to use the app really quickly, I would like the photos to be already there. So I guess it depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm still looking for a good word or phrase to describe when it brings in new photos or text. What word or phrase would make the most sense to you?
Good photos or text? Do you mean like the current import function? I found import to be well within the current terminology that I've been using, so I didn't have any difficulties with that. Okay. You could see if you want to improve, but I think import works well-ish.
Okay. So once the app is imported the new photos with text, would you expect the app to show just the ones it just brought in, or show all the photos?
Oh, definitely all the previous photos. I was wondering like why they want that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. That helps. What order do you think the pictures should be shown in that list?
I guess latest at the top, so that easy to manipulate and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So chronological order, most recent on the top.
Yes. Yeah.
So I guess it might be reverse chronological.
Anyway, reverse chronological. Yeah. Maybe like a tab at the top for like favorites, and then reverse chronological. So, yeah.
Okay. Did you see favorites listed in here?
What?
When we did this, there was the ability to favorite.
Yeah, I like the favorite because that makes like I favorited a photo of mine in which I had like my GD ID and my student IDs and all my IDs at one place, and I took a photo so I can remember where it was. Yeah.
And that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, super. Now, last question is, we talked a little bit at the beginning about the idea of a wearable scanner, which was kind of how this whole thing started. Yeah. And I'll show you kind of where this started. This was an engineering prototype I built with another student for Keith's class a year ago. And
which class is that?
That was he's not teaching it this semester. It's Principles of User Interface Software. Unfortunately, skipping that this semester. But what this basically, as you can see, this is not exactly a wireless thing. It's about as wired as it can be, and it had a this is a camera, and there is basically a sensor here which allowed you to kind of scan. And the way it actually worked is that, we could take that URL right there and you could scan it, and it would open the URL in the browser, the attached computer. It took 27 minutes, so it wasn't very effective. It's pretty hilariously slow. But I mean, there are things we could do with that. But I guess the question I want to ask is, given that most of us carry around a phone and take pictures very quickly and naturally, can you think that there would be a use for a wearable scanner? Would you wear one?
No. I think if the phone can do that thing good enough, then there's no need for me to wear it, unless like maybe for some special circumstance, like maybe I'm a doctor and need to like quickly scan reports or something like that, or maybe it's related to my health or my job, or for me personally in my current situation, like I wouldn't probably use it.
Okay. If you did have a wearable scanner and you wore it, how would you expect it to operate?
Because it's text, probably somewhere on my hand, because that's related to like writing and text and stuff. And also like if I'm reading, then maybe I could like read the lines I want to do. So maybe like if I'm underlining something, or I would just do this. And then, is that what you wanted to know, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, like something on my hand/wrist, something like that would help. Yeah.
Okay. Super. And that's all I had for today.